Good evening, welcome to sports. I'm Yosef Nasser. It's Hill versus High Week here at ABC 12. Tonight's story involves a kid from Saginaw named Greg with big dreams of playing for Arthur Hill one day. Dreams that were crushed when his grandfather was fired from the high school hoops team he grew up idolizing. This is their story.
Greg Lawson, a young man at that time, went to his dad, Greg McMath, and said, someday I'm going to bring a state championship to you.
Arthur Hill has slayed the Giants. They have knocked off the #1 team in the state.
It means a lot, we just made history.
I'm so happy for these kids, Like I said, I've been coaching a lot of them since they was 11 years old, and, I watched them grow up.
All right, Greg, my first question. Why aren't you at Arthur Hill right now? It's one of the greatest what-ifs in Saginaw sports history.
If I'm be fired and let go for helping my kids and people, then I don't even want to work for that,
In 2017, Arthur Hill High School fired legendary head coach Greg McMath, a decision that had ripple effects across the state, starting with his very own grandson.
This your city!
I remember G3 was like 10 years old, and when I told him I wasn't going to be the coach at Arthur Hill anymore, he bawled. He cried like, he was 2 or 3 years old.
G3 is Greg Lawson II, now a junior guard at Davison, one of the best players in the state. Greg grew up dreaming of playing for his granddad at Arthur Hill, just like his father did.
My dad used to pack his Fisher-Price up when he was 2 years old and take it to the gym to practice, and he got to a certain age, about 3 or 4, and he was like, man, I ain't playing on this Fisher-Price.
So I was just with him a lot, around the teams, basketball, a lot of sports. It just kept me around a lot of good stuff.
He had so much passion for Arthur Hill, and that's really when it hit me, when I see him, so distraught and so upset about, not being able to play at Arthur Hill.
If he was still at Arthur Hill, a lot of kids would have been there. Like, there would have really been no rivalry, Saginaw High, Arthur Hill. We would have took over the city.
With the kids we had coming there and the kids that's there now, we would have definitely had one of the better dynasties in the state of Michigan.
I wish it could have happened, but the best for him, he got out of there. Everybody ain't gonna like what you're doing when you're the best at it.
Every time you mention Arthur Hill, you mention Greg McMath. You don't mention Arthur Hill without saying his name.
G3, I feel like he's on a tour to make Saginaw remember what they did to his grandfather.
We gotta compete every day, on the court, in the classroom, whatever. We gotta compete. We can't have guys last minute with these grades, because all y'all are very intelligent young men.
My granddad, a big time guy, so for me to just put on for him, that's big in my eyes, because he's my granddad, and also he's a good coach. So I feel like me putting on for him is showing that I'm representing my granddad.
Are you going to be at the Hill versus the High game at the Dow Event Center?
I was invited. I definitely haven't really, to be honest, made up my mind on whether I'm going to be there or not. It's just tough for me right now.